Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the Ilkhanate campaign here in EU4 MNT 2.0. Our empire is grand. We have been blobbing like complete madmen, blobbing to rival the Turks themselves. Who better to rival the Turks than the Mongols? Yes. We have fed our vassal some land. How integrated is he? 72%. Very nice. Yeah, I've been doing... Well, I did successfully negotiate tighter bonds at least once off screen, so... we are getting there. I do want to feed him some other land though. I think I'm going to give him all of Georgia basically, but right now we cannot go to war because we have a regency. We also are facing a crisis. Which interestingly enough might even be... yeah, you could... It might even be possible to solve such a crisis with a little war, because overextension really does reduce your total manpower, and so it's easier to get to the magical point of 50% manpower if you get a bit of overextension, but I can't do that because of our stupid Regency Council. So is it like 15? So I think we have 4 years we have to sit on our backs and do nothing. Sit on our backs? Sit on our hands. That's the expression, isn't it? Think so, I don't know. Jizya tax, at least something good is happening. So yeah, we are making quite good money though. I'm pleased. We did take quite a stability, though we lost 3 stability from revoking a privilege. To be fair, that was kind of... it was coming to me. I have been very lucky with stability in this playthrough, so I'm not that unhappy about it. But still, it was harsh. We should get a stability pop-up soon though. I think I have enough points for that. I hope so, at least. So yeah, guess we'll just play the waiting game. Might even invest in some buildings. Might even choose to do that. Not sure if I'm going to build anything in the capital. Do these guys even have a university? Yeah, they have local university. I feel like that's the main thing I want to build right now. I want to get universities going. Free relations, very nice. You know, find the upper classes and provide them with some education. Fate of the Caliph. What? No, he escaped? What? Oh man. No more Caliph? He was giving me some nice legitimacy, and I'm actually... oh, Jesus Christ, I'm losing legitimacy right now. Whoa, dude. Oh well. It is time. So it says that the great... wait, the Sultana is dead? Where's the game being buggy? I think this is just the game being buggy. Wait, hold on. So the regent is quote-unquote dead, which is not the case, but you know. But so we have a sultana. That's not allowed in Islam. I don't think I've ever heard in the history of like all the history I know about. I don't think I've ever heard about a female ruler. I mean, I guess there will probably be like female regents behind the scenes. There always are, but never like an outright point favorite. I'll wait for her to pump out some kids. Although I would not like to lose the dynasty, but you know, 15, perfect age to get pregnant. Go breed. Breed and make children. Incompetent. Oh Jesus, yes, this stuff again. Yeah, so we don't have much money anymore. I have gone in and built 2 universities, which will give us 6 student slots. We need like 10 universities though, although I've built 2 now in order to educate all of our upper classes. So we still have quite a ways to go, but you know, we made progress. I also built this awesome little mercenary army here. Although, I see you sneaking in there, Mongol cavalry. You are not mercenaries, you should not be in the mercenary army. Don't want to waste my manpower. But yeah, as you might have guessed... ooh. She's forgiving. Tolerance, yes! Don't like the whole prestige thing though, but surely we can get that. She... yes, she made hers... no, she did not make children. And that's why we got that modifier. Yeah, oh well. I built the university here and here, so they should be... yeah, they're already built. Good, recent construction. I also went ahead and did what I said I was going to do. Well, actually, I decided to accept Assyrian instead of Western Armenian. Because there's less autonomy in the Assyrian provinces, so I assume it's a bit more valuable. Unless this whole percentage thing counts development into the percentage, but I'm not sure about that. We still have another culture we can accept though, so I'll probably do Western Armenian as well. So it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, let's get that morale going and let's invade. Duelist Christian, there's always room for talented men. Especially now that this queen of ours is here. Religious turmoil, I say kill them all. Come on, morale. I don't know, I'll just see you guys when I'm done with this war, I guess. And they're dead. Bam. Who is next? We only have like 20 years left now, I think. To make use of our... a bit more than that. 23. Do you have any friends? Yeah, that's right. He's friends with Sistan, and he's a vassal. Transnoxia is surprisingly strong. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, Multan is just falling apart. He was going to be my big ally, bro. But he's just dying. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe a war against Fars would be good. Could do that. Do you have any friends anymore? Banu Yas? That's some meme down here. Banu Yas. Hello. Can I full annex you? Yes, I can. Well, yeah. Let's go full annex this bitch. Well, the problem is, can I even make my way over to Banu Yas? Because I think I'll need the war score. Maybe. Well, I'll start improving relations with this lad. Just in case I have to. I do want to annex this guy though. Well, at least I want to take Hormuz itself. And maybe this place? Is there pearls here? Yep, there are pearls here. Pearls in Qatar as well though. So I don't know if I want to take all of this coastline. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Alright, let's take down Fars. Let's go for Fars itself, I guess. Don't know if this mercenary army is going to be strong enough to actually siege Fars though. But we'll see. I do want to minimize my actual manpower casualties though. I'm finally actually, you know, having an ever so slight amount of nah, it's not big enough. I don't really have the manpower though to hire mercenaries. I mean the money to hire mercenaries. Alright. Fars is finally going to get annexed. Took long enough. But we did it. The last Persian... Actually, no, this is not the last Persian state at all. But it's the last major Persian state. Crushed. Because I'm pretty sure these guys are Persian. No, they're Baluchi. Okay. These guys are Persian. Yes, there are still Persians out there. Because Persian culture in this mod, and this game presumably, is really like snaky. It's like, all over here. And there's even there's like a separate culture called East Persian. Not entirely sure what that's supposed to represent. Maybe like Hazara people from Victoria 2. Although once again, one should never really rely on Victoria 2 for like super accurate information about demographics or whatever. Yeah, we also have these super annoying Dulkaderi separatists that came in from the Ottoman territories. The Ottomans are having one of those meme wars where they're like going to waste 1 billion manpower doing something stupid. What kind of stupidity are they doing these days anyways? Yeah, they're against Genoa, but can't see what province exactly they're trying to go for here. Because Genoa starts out with a bunch of these tiny little ports, but I see none of them. So unless they're going for like this territory. What do you have claims on anyways? Wait, I have claims on that? Hold up. Yeah, okay, so the Turks do have claims on that. And I do not though, so I don't know what... Oh, I guess I must have been clicking the wrong province. I don't know, it's not that important though. It is what it is. I think next I want to go against Georgia. And then maybe chill a bit, and then we will try and shred the Mamluks again. Hopefully with Ottoman support. Finish off conquering Syria and as much of Palestine as we can. So that'll be fun. Getting that sweet, sweet overextension. Which should make, I don't know. Yeah, well, I guess overextension is not good. Actually, also, it seems like the Peasant Wars stopped once I got positive stability, so... Not entirely sure what's up with that, but I'm not complaining. I didn't know that was like a feature. Maybe it's a thing in this mod? Are you really gonna like run all the way around the Black Sea and then come back? Well, at least I should sort of, you know, be in the region this time around, so hopefully we'll be fine. Alright, I think it's about time to invade the Georgians. Although really what I'm thinking about these days is what I'm gonna do with the northern states, you know, north of Georgia. Because I think I want all of the territory south of the Caucasus directly under my rule, but I'm thinking of making a vassal here in the north. The only thing is I'm not sure who I would put in charge of it. Like I would love to have the White Horde in charge, but they're just so broken, you know. They have no technology, no friends. They're just dead, you know. It's mainly the fact that their military technology is so bad. By the way, sorry if you hear the birds. I was about to say there's nothing I can do about it. There is actually something I can do about it. I could just close the window, but then I would actually die. And so the choice is really bird noises or death. And in those kinds of situations, I generally go for the bird noises. I don't know, it doesn't matter. I have claims on it all. So, hey, the Ottomans would even enjoy it, but I'm not going to call them in. Not super relevant. I mean, I could do Theodoro, for example, as a vassal. That would be kind of cool. But the Theodorans in this mod, they are Pontic rather than Gothic. So it's not as funny or cool, you know. The memes are not quite there. But I feel like in this sort of theme that we're going at there, with, you know, restoring the glory of the Mongols, it would be more fitting to have like a horde as a vassal. So I think I might just go for the White Horde as a vassal, even if it is strategically stupid. It is, you know, it's awesome because of memes. And what would I mean that's like the point of these games, isn't it? I mean, there's no there's achievements, I guess, but like the main thing. Do we just burn this place to the ground? Is there any money here at all? Or would we just be making unnecessary damage? Yeah, no, let's actually restrict it. I would like the money, but I see no point unless there's like actual really good stuff to be made. But there we are though, Tolerance of Heretics. And bam, just like that, we're now at 3 tolerance. So actually maybe it is kind of good that we changed our idea group, because we will eventually get Tolerance of the True Faith. And Tolerance of the True Faith is actually the worst tolerance we have right now. So bumping that up would actually be pretty good. Who would have thought? Decisions? Appoint a favorite. Oh yeah. Well, I don't want to do that yet, so no. Stop it, game. Oh yeah, here we have the lovely fort mechanics of Paradox. I'm literally stuck in this province. I cannot move anywhere. Which means 1,000 manpower down the drain. Thank you. Appreciate that. Alright, the war is over. It was very boring. Basically just me roaming about trying to chase down their tiny little stacks. But we did it eventually, without too much cost to our manpower. It is slowly regaining itself, which is good. It means we should be able to, you know, have a grand and glorious war against the Mamluks. Should be good fun. The plague is upon us. It hasn't hit our capital yet, but we have some... Never mind, plague passed over. Alright. Looks like we just salvaged there. I mean, it hit us in our Levantine provinces, but that's fine. Ooh, burgers building. Huh. How's the saturation here? I feel like this city should be bigger. Oh, it's okay, really. I guess it just looks like there's a lot of buildings here, but it's not, actually. Oh well. Damascus, though, has some nice population, but it looks like it lost about 10,000 during that war. What a shame. Also, Karaman is now vanishing into the history, so that's the thing. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go for a war against this guy, Joni Kurban, and his friend Sistan. Just wrap that up. I think that'll be a war without having to get Transoxiana involved, which is nice. Eventually, of course, we will be waging war upon him, but right now I want to sort of just, you know, have some chill wars and not have things go over the top while I prepare myself for war upon the Mamluks. Which, well, I don't think it will be that difficult, especially if the Ottomans will join, which they will, so it's all good. They would even join right now, despite fighting in another war. Ah, Ottomans, they love me. Actually, they do. Let's spend some favors on them, you know. Boost relations. I mean, of course, down the line we will want to wage war upon the Ottomans, but right now, I want to stay at peace with them, even if the borders are ugly. Oh, so salty I didn't get this province. I really regret taking Sivas rather than it. I mean, Sivas is obviously better province, but this would have made for such more, you know, a lot more beautiful borders, basically. Which is all that matters. It also has a mine, actually. Guess I didn't take that into consideration. Yeah, there's iron here. That would have been nice. But, you know, it is what it is. So... Also Hormuz, what kind of navy do you have? Is that all you have? Thing is though, I don't feel like building like a big navy in the Persian Gulf. Because if I'm gonna have a navy, I want to have it in the Mediterranean so I can go privateer in Venice. Can I go around? No, I cannot go around Africa yet. Is this a inland sea? It is. So I mean, we can plop a couple of, you know, spam out, you know, shit out a couple of galleys. And that should be sufficient to kill whatever the Hormuzians have left. I assume they have a trade fleet memeing about somewhere, and I could always just check the ledger. But I am very lazy, and checking the ledger, that sounds like effort. I don't want to put effort into things. That is why I became a Let's Player. I'm kidding. Oh, well, semi-kidding. Anyways, let's go take this place. I hope that Transnoxia does not get involved. He's a tributary, by the way, of yeah, no, he is not going to get involved. We good. Let's see, mercenaries, you can go down here and actually do some fighting. Although, I mean, I don't even know what would be the most taxing on the manpower, sieging this place or fighting this army. I honestly don't even know. Actually, now that we have some diplo, maybe we should promote some people. Well, there's the Azerbaijani, but I still have that meme idea of converting them to Mongol. So let's do the Western Armenians. And so our accepted cultures look like this. Yay! So there's this line of unaccepted here. But a lot of these cultures are rather small, like Kuzi and whatnot. Not a lot of people here. So, yeah, the main one we lack is Azerbaijani here, but you know, that's... Also, yes, some sort of meme shit happened. Oh wait, what? Kurdish? Yeah, so speaking of memes, some, like, the events that, you know, convert religions, or convert cultures based on religion. I explained it earlier. Basically, if a province becomes Chaldean, it becomes either Assyrian or Aramaic. However, when, like, you get to choose, like, when a province converts, you get to choose, and your choice does not really rely on whatever culture is close to whatever culture, or what am I even talking about? Point is, like, it's obvious here that the Mamluks converted this province away from Chaldean to Sunni, and when that happened, they got to choose to, you know, they got to choose to make it a, you know, a quote-unquote Muslim culture, and the AI decided to go for Kurdish, which of course makes no sense. Speaking of shit that makes no sense though, I did the exact same thing, and I made Damascus Iraqi, purely because it is an accepted culture. So yeah, this is kind of very stupid. Almost regret doing it, because, you know, might want to accept Suri down the line. Moderate plague? Wait a second, do we have another wave here? No, it's just that it hit Halab rather harshly. Oh, Halab is actually a decent city. Give me Halab. Yeah, much better than Antioch. But Antioch is coastal though, so... But anyways, blabbering aside, let us actually wage this war that we're doing. Also, yeah, I'm in debt because, you know, wars. Maybe I should have built those universities. But, you know, hindsight is 2020? Is that what you say? Also, yeah, I can actually have 2 generals now because of my awesome leadership ideas. It gives me extra, yeah, proud to serve. Leaders without upkeep. Pretty good. Only 2 ideas away as well from getting finishing up Humanist, which will be really good because that will give us the Horde is here, which will increase cavalry combat ability by 15% and discipline by 2.5, which means we'll actually get positive discipline. Like we'll have more than 100% discipline, and that'll hurt when we bring the fight to the Mamluks. And really, you lads you better just walk around here. Like, you have nothing to do in my lands. If you start sieging, I will get salty. And you don't want to see me when I'm salty. I'm gonna separate peace out Sistan, take his land, take his money, take his life. Coalitions. Yeah, well, if he joins this on meme coalition, that's fine. And we'll wrap it up by making this guy exit this world. Take some loot! I love loot. Pay some debt. Oh yes. And we're good to go. Now then, is the navy ready? It is. Very beautiful. So I think a war upon this little shite is in order. After all, he only has 1 province. We'll probably have to fight some of these other Arabs though. And once that is done, that is when we really start plotting a war against the Mamluks. What the fuck is going on over here? So the Turks are finally taking Constantinople. Once again, the AI is doing bullshittery over there. And the Ottomans are focusing all of their efforts on these separatists. So, yeah, you have fun, Mr. Ottoman. Ah, here comes the burghers. Yeah, they're disloyal, of course. But, you know, we don't really have that many burghers in our lands. We are not a very modern nation, so I think we are fine. Alright, are we funding the army? Oh yes. You better believe it. And so we shall wage war upon this lad. Could make him a vassal, I guess, but no, I want to directly incorporate him into my trade region thing, which is awesome. So that's what we're gonna do. Go, war declaration. I invaded Hormuz, took his land, but I now realize sort of a flaw in my plan here. There's no actual strait from Hormuz to the other side of the Persian Gulf. And so we are kind of stuck in a status quo right now because he's not willing to accept annexation. Despite me having full occupied him. It looks like he's not actually that far away though. But yeah, I'm starting to improve relations with these guys to see if I can get some access. Oh, we already have access through him actually. And we can... okay, never mind that. Let's go. Let us go kill him. Siege his province or whatever. That should end this. I keep getting pop-ups about this. Like the Mamluks have a thing about paying down foreign debt. They keep doing it over and over and over. Not sure what's up with that. Oh, come on, dude. Just give up. I'm running out of money. I don't want to go into debt again. I have a war against the Mamluks coming up. You know, I'm going to be fighting people more important than you. Alright, we can annex Hormuz. We can also annex this other guy on the other side of the strait. I was originally not going to do that, but I can get access through here, so I can walk to it if I get rebels. And if I turn it into one of those, you know, trade region places, then rebels should be easier to handle anyways. So I think we can be reasonably safe doing this. The question is, of course, do I want to take this as well? Not right now. Not until I've dealt with Oman. Which will be eventually. Holy shit, we are such an... I mean, we are like approaching 100 years from the game start and we have blobbed like madmen. I love it. Also, another golden opportunity has arisen. This guy I can't pronounce. I can never fucking pronounce him. This guy. He is currently being wrecked by Multan. And I see that as a very nice opportunity to swoop in and grab some of that loot. And also, maybe more importantly, my claims. So I guess we'll postpone the war upon the client states. Yes. Wait, well, I can't make this into a thing? I could have sworn this was supposed to be a trade region place. Yeah, it is. So what are you on about, game? What do you mean I can't add this? Is it because it's like land connected? Maybe that's it. That would make sense. But then again, this is technically land connected and I was able to make it here. Yeah, this makes no sense actually. There's a straight here and there's a straight here. So why would this be unavailable while this was available? Come on, Meiou and Taxes, you're being a bit inconsistent here. Yeah, this is the Arabia Charter. Oh, that's annoying. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong here. But whatever. Let us now focus our efforts on this dude, Kalpi. Ah, you are defending, really? Is this, did you really? Yeah, so it seems like he actually attacked. Yeah. He invaded Multan again. But there seems to have been some event here. The Grey Horde has appeared. The Grey Horde? The most meme horde of all? I want them as a vassal. Yes! I mean, I might want to take these territories directly under my control though. That's the only thing. Still haven't figured out how to get these provinces. I thought there was going to be some like special colonization decisions to make this happen. But maybe those are not in the game yet. And I will have to actually figure out a way to get some colonists. Getting colonists in this mod is harder though, because you need to get naval to do it. You can't just take, like none of these ideas available right now have a colonist in them. You need to yeah, you need to first do... Yeah, naval. Naval and then exploration. Although it looks like you can do administrative and then expansion. And while I'm not sure, at least in the base game, expansion does have a colonist. So maybe that's how we do it. We take a, administrative and then expansion. Regardless, colonizing Baluchistan will be... It will be a long time down the line, so not sure yet if I want to have a vassal up here or if I want to try and directly control it. Thing is though, without... Yeah, okay, so the strait here goes from Karakum over here. So yeah, communication efficiency to these provinces would be very bad. It is in the Persia trade node though. I don't know. But I like the idea of having like a horde swarm, like white horde, grey horde, my little horde buddies, you know. That does sound like it could be fun. Maybe conquer the Kazakh horde and feed him to the grey horde. I don't know. Janid. That's down the line though. Right now we need to secure lands for ourselves before we start thinking about vassals. Let's get in here and snatch up some Transoxiana land. With our awesome mercenary army. Look at that manpower though. This, like, we are waging war all over the place and we're still going positive in money. I love it. Herat. Oh, Herat! They rule over Herat, do they? You're just a tributary though. You have a... Oh, that's not. This is Herat, but that's fine. I want to take Herat. It's a nice little. Well, calling it a city would be going too far, but it does have a Silk Road modifier, and that is good. So I want that. So let's go for some province. Gore, sounds like fun. Let's go take Gore. Alright, war is going very fine. We have not actually faced his armies yet, but we can now wrap up humanist ideas, which gives us extra discipline and cavalry combat ability. And tolerance through the roof. Actually, we're not quite at 3 tolerance of heathens yet, but you know, we now have more than 100% religious unity. Our nation is strong. Very good. So I guess we never did need to convert, even if it does sadden me, because I've uploaded the first episode and it looks like there was a bit of hype for me going Christian or some other meme religion. But I don't know. I can't figure out how to get rebels. And without rebels, there's not much we can really do. So, guess we are going to be Shiite. That's fine though. I mean, if you can be a tolerant Shiite, that's kind of nice, because you do get that extra morale of armies plus 10, which is pretty powerful. I mean, I don't know... I mean, what else compares to that, really? Anything? Where do you... press... I assume quality ideas would have morale? Yeah, morale of armies plus 5. So yeah. You can see how being Shia is actually better than quality ideas. I mean, of course, you gain a bunch of other good stuff from quality ideas, but still. Shouldn't just joke around with that kind of morale. It's good. Good stuff. I don't even understand how this guy is able to field an army anymore, and why he's focusing on sieging down Tehran. I really don't want him to take this place, though. It's one of my few cities, and I do like my cities. So it might be time to peace out, unless Multan pieces out first. I don't know, how much can I get? Ah! I want Bukhara. Could do that. That looks stupid though. But it seems we're doomed to stupid looking borders no matter what we do here. What if I don't do the money? Oh, nah, it's not gonna happen. Now let's just settle for this. Can I get war operations? No. Never mind that then. Okay, so we're gonna take all of this land. This will give us a border with Khiva, who I think I will just annex. I don't even know anymore, guys. Oh, this mod was supposed to make blobbing hard, but damn it, we are just killing it. To be fair though, we have had, you know, we haven't really been fighting, you know, major opponents. There's a reason I'm able to blob like a madman in this campaign, unlike the Hungary campaign, you know. I mean, I'm literally waging a grand war against this guy I can't pronounce, and I'm literally gaining manpower during the war. I'm going positive in manpower. I am going into debt though, which is annoying. But that's fine. Manpower is more valuable. So let's end this here. And let Multan have the fun of... yes! I love it when you can get like a pretty large amount of money, but it's like... you're just not at that amount of money where you will actually start to gain... you know, or lose stability, I mean. It is the perfect amount of loot. Alright then, 10 more years of claims. We can do this. I do also want to wrap up Sistan, which probably will mean another war against this cuck when that happens. The truce will run out just before we can, but just before we lose our claims, so that'll be a thing. I also want to wage war on Oman, although that's not a problem or not a priority right now. Also, for the record, I'll totally want to do an Oman campaign at some point. I feel like Oman is really interesting. Although they changed the way trade works in I think it was 0.03 version of the game, like the beta patch where they changed the trade nodes. and it's no longer possible to send trade from Zanzibar to Oman, which is annoying. Although I'm pretty sure they had good reasons for changing that, but it would have been kind of cool to play Oman and have like a colonial empire down here, kind of like they did historically, and you know, be like a trade mercantile empire. Super tolerant, of course, using glorious Ibadi. But that'll have to be for another game. And yeah, we are collapsing right now. We have so many rebels. I've barely been paying attention to this stuff. Oh, look at, I mean, it's no wonder I'm able to blah. Look how like vulnerable people are. Like, oh, my name is Kiva. I don't have any friends. Hope no one comes and kills me. That would be bad. Yeah, that would be bad. That would be bad indeed. See, what I'm thinking is I might want to vassalize the Grey Horde, and then I'll seize his provinces. I'll give him a bunch of this territory, and then I'll seize these two. Although it might not be possible to seize his actual capital, though. I'm not exactly sure how that works. So what's the primary culture of Kiva? Chagatai. Interesting choice. When you realize the fact that none of his provinces are actual Chagatai, but you know. Also, isn't Chagatai like a dynasty? Did you name a culture after a dynasty? Utter madness. Ah, damn it, Multan. You couldn't have just taken like one more province or two more provinces so that I could have allied you. Could be so good, buddies. I could help you restore your glory. I could help you make Multan great again. Would have been awesome. Regardless though, I think it's about time to end the episode. The blobbing will presumably continue in the next one. I have plenty of plans. Well, I just made the plan to conquer Kiva. Can I annex him in one war? It says so, but I mean, I believe I remember it said so with this guy or someone else. I don't know. I remember being surprised that I couldn't annex someone previously. And there's also the project, of course, of beginning to create some vassals. There's the White and Grey Horde that I am leaning towards wanting to vassalize. Even if they are not necessarily the greatest vassals, as they are in... Well, I guess part of the reason is the fact that they are in territories with not a lot of institutions. Although, I think being a horde government reduces institution spread as well. Stability increase, interval... Well, doesn't say much about that, I guess. Well, regardless, I think that's a thing. So, also, banking is slowly starting to spread out. Of course, banking was a bit delayed in this playthrough because of that weird bug that I didn't notice. However, unlike the Hungarian campaign, we're actually getting it in our capital this time. It's like, well, I guess it eventually got to Budapest, or just Buda, but, or was it just Pest? Yeah, Pest, not Buda. But yeah. Tabriz is slowly getting it. It is very slow though, so not sure what I can really do. A country that has embraced banking is trading in an important center of trade. I mean, I don't think there's much I can do to that. So, a school of thought from a far-flung land. Oh, really? Look at province interaction on intellectual data for more info. Yes, I will actually do that before I end this. Province detail, intellectual data. Ooh. Art power. Institution reinvention data. Oh geez. Legalism. Well, I don't know. It says we have it, and I'm not gonna. This is like, you know, Meiou and Taxes 2.0 is kind of like Victoria 2. It's like there's almost too much shit to actually understand it all, and that's part of the thing that makes it interesting. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this episode of the Ilkhanate, and until next time, bye.